requesting all, please check your cell phones and switch them off.
Let us all sit straight and close our eyes. With deep love, let us chant Om 3 times together. Om. 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 Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Om. It is by the grace of Sri Gurudev we all have assembled here to spend few days for intensifying our sadhana. And this program is to commemorate the 50th year of Sri Gurudev's coming to West. We discussed these few days are very, very special. And today is Ekadashi. And today is which day? Thursday. If Shukla Paksha Ekadashi, 11th moon in bright fortnight, is coinciding with Thursday, is more auspicious. It is called as Lakshmi Narayana Vrata. What is Ekadashi? Many people Vasa means living. Upavasa is to live near. Live near whom? Food. People are fasting. What type of fasting I don't know. On the day of fasting, they plan what should be prepared the next day breakfast. A lot of preparation on the day of fasting. And this is what strange way we live. However, we give holiday to, for example, to the body, at least few hours to rest. Do you know the lung, the heart, the digestive system, they function day and night. Only the yogis, they know how to give little rest to the lung because of pranayama, little rest to the heart because of calmness, and also little rest to the digestive system through fasting. Sri Gurudev didn't like fasting, but he loved fasting in his sadhana years. Very clear. He loved fasting. And when did he stop fasting, do you know? There was a special occasion, he had to fast for 2 days. He fasted. On the 3rd day morning, he got infected with Asiatic cholera. Staying in Kodar ashram and mostly taking care of his own work by himself. So I don't want to elaborate what happened, but then he decided it is the signal by the Divine Mother not to fast. Sri Gurudev lived a life of complete moderation in everything. As I told you, staying with Gurudev, and special opportunity Gurudev gave to stay with him day and night. Except toilet for number 1, except. Rest of the time and last few days of his physical play, day and night. So we had the opportunity to wash his body, and so on. So I have observed him, the way he slept, the way he took food, everything. However, Gurudev said moderation is as good as fasting. But still then I love to fast. However, what is Ekadashi? It is not just the 11th moon and we should fast. There are many logic, many discussion. It is good if anybody's body permits to fast, there is nothing wrong. But Ekadashi, it is coming from the word Eka Dasa I. Eka Dasa I Ekadashi. So Eka means God. Dasa means that sense organs. I means with self-effort. With self-effort to turn the sense organs to the divine, it's Ekadashi. Another meaning of Ekadashi, they say 11 sense organs to God. 10 sense organs and the mind. Mind is also considered as an organ or instrument. There was a very special divine being in Odisha during last century. His name is Thakur Sri Abhiram Paramahansa. He said, Krishna jahaku ekadashi, tahaku kahi ekadashi. What is Ekadashi? One who sees Lord Krishna alone. And that is real Ekadashi. Meaning, suppose you are looking at this person, and this person is looking at you. Whom do we see? What do we see? Do we feel it is the presence of God? Do we see God in all? In Srimad Bhagavatam, Ekadasa Skanda, it is said there is description of the Lord's body. Khang Vayum Agnim Salilam Mahimcha. Kham means the space, Vayu means air, Agni fire, Salila water, Mahi the earth. Jyotinsi Sattvani Disodrumadin. Stars and planets, anything that is existing, the space, the direction, Druma Adin, the plants, animals, creepers, flowers, everything, Sarit Samudrani, the river, the ocean, Hare Shariram. It is the body of the Lord. You just think, where is God? Gurudev asked this question, where is God? Then Gurudev is answering, where is no God? Question, Gurudev is asking, where is God? Then he's telling, where is no God? That means everything and everywhere it is. However, on this special day of Ekadasi on Thursday and Shukla Paksha Ekadasi, the bright fortnight, and at the same time, in the month of Kartik, special month. As I told you yesterday, from today it begins the 5 special days called as Bhisma Panchakam. Also it is called as Baka Panchakam. You know Baka? What is Baka? Egret, the white bird, and standing in water very politely. Pasya Pasyare Lakshmana, Baka Parama Dharmika. Lord Rama is telling, look, Lakshmana, this egret, it's such a noble bird, standing with one leg and looking as if innocently. It is said that, those who live in water, they know what this bird is. It is really dharmika, is very noble, humble, loving, or really. Baka Panchakam, it is said, during this month of Kartika, many people turn to be religious. And even this bird thought, I should also join them. So, however, I am praying to God and Gurudev to bless each one of us to have our mind and sense organs to be turned towards the divine in every breath to love God. We have been discussing about the life of Sri Gurudev, and he's going to West. Sri Gurudev's life, we can divide into few phases. Till 1938, he was born in the year 1907. Till 1938, he lived in Bengal. 1938 till 1974, he lived mostly in Odisha and traveling in India. 1974 till 1996, he traveled between East and West. 1996 till 2002, he lived in West. He didn't come to India. if we look at his life, and another beautiful thing in Gurudev's life, Gurudev told me, do you know, I never went on pilgrimage. He told me, I never went on pilgrimage. He said, do you know, when I was a student, I was young. From our home, few miles away is Santipur. Santipur is a very prominent Vaishnava place of pilgrimage. And there was his sister's home. His elder sister was married. But still then I never went there. Forget about any other pilgrimage. He told me once some devotees wanted to take him to Amarnath. It was long after his, spiritual attainment and all this. When they wanted to take him, on the way, Gurudev asked how cold it is. They said it will be cold. He said, I'm not going. He stopped his pilgrimage from the middle. He said, I'm not going. He stopped somewhere in those days, Jammu Kashmir, and he came back. No Amarnath. Gurudev said, Antastha atmanam ajamna drushtva Brahmanti mudhaha giri gauhoreshu. The divinity is within. Antastha atma. And which eternally present. Without feeling, perceiving, realizing the indwelling self, the fools are going on pilgrimage. Excuse me, some people may not like it. Sri Gurudev quoted a verse. He said it is the verse says Vyasadeva. I don't know from where it came. Some part of the verse, if I quote you, says Vyasadeva is telling, oh God, forgive me. I committed 3 mistakes. Kshantabhya me jagadisha vikalata dosa trayam matkrutam. O Lord of the universe, forgive me for these 3 mistakes I committed. What are the 3 mistakes? He is telling, one is Vyapitvancha nirakrutam. You are all pervading. But I made you limited to some holy places. Then he is telling, Rupam rupa vivarjitasya bhavatam dhyanena yat kalpitam. You have no form. Rupa vivarjitasya rupam. One who has no form, but I assumed many forms on you through my meditation and inner experience. You are indescribable. Avang manaso gochara stutva anirvachaniyatam akhila guru yat stotra mantradinam. You are unreachable with words, but I made many hymns, many mantras, many prayers. Shantabhya me jagadisha vikalata dosatrayam matkrutam. He's telling, oh God, forgive me for these 3 mistakes. But why I did this? People do not like that which is easy. You will say, what? People don't like which is easy? No. They love something complicated. You tell God is omnipresent. People will not like it. You tell God is in the temple. People will like it. Sri Gurudev said, people love to use their sense organs. Go to the temple, see the altar, beautiful deity on the altar, very nicely decorated. It is use of the sense organ. Incense stick, use of this sense organ. Arati, dhang, 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 use of these sense organs. Delicious food, prasadam. Do you know, I don't remember who this Santa was. She was in Maharashtra, whose father told him to offer milk to Lord Krishna. And this child offered milk. And he has observed what father does. He closed the door. Then he opened the door after some time. He saw the same milk glass is there. And he thought, there is something mistake I have committed. That's why the Lord is not drinking milk. Surely, because he has not seen that the Lord doesn't drink milk. Then he started crying and praying. And milk disappeared. And he was excited. Father came and asked, what did you do? He said, I offered milk. Then he said, in the beginning, the Lord did not drink. Then I prayed and cried, then the Lord drank. Father could not believe. You just think, if the Lord will eat whatever prasad you are giving, first day you might be happy, okay, something miracle happened. Next day you might exhibit others that this thing is happening. Do you know what? One day Gurudev called me. We both were in Europe. Do you know Lord Ganesha is drinking milk? I thought, what? Lord Ganesha is drinking milk. If you remember, it must be in 96, 97 sometimes. Because we were in one particular location, that's why I'm telling. So there was a big, I don't know, it was in India, Lord Ganesha is drinking milk. However, Gurudev again said, idam tirtham, Brahmanti tamasa janaha, atma tirtham rajananti, katham moksha srunu priye. Lord Shiva is telling Parvati, oh my beloved, people, those who are tamasic, idam tirtham, Brahmanti tamasa janaha. Those who are sattvic, they'll sit down and sing. For example, if we have gone to the temple and we are standing, somebody is standing next to us, has very gorgeous dress, lots of jewelry. Our eyes will go to the Lord or go to the person. Suppose nowadays you cannot go into the temple of Lord Jagannath, the sanctum sanctorum, the inner. And most of the time during those days, it is watery. And if you have good clothes, can you do Sastanga Pranam? The answer is no. However, Gurudev told, I never went on pilgrimage. My pilgrimage is within. And it is true. Go for pilgrimage, it is fine. But where is your mind? Then Gurudev is telling, Bappa, we had a brahmachari in ashram. He was an old man. His name was Brahmachari Sushilananda. He went on pilgrimage to quite a few places. Then he is meditating. And after meditation, Gurudev asked him, what did you meditate today? He said, do you know what is happening? When I'm closing my eyes, my mind goes to Kashi Vishwanath temple. So I am walking on the steps and going to Lord Vishwanath and all this. So this is my meditation. Gurudev said, this is not meditation. This is your imagination. When imagination stops, meditation begins. So you are still stuck. Gurudev said, do you know, Papa, what happened? I love to listen to some song. And when I'm sitting to meditate, this song is ringing in my ears. In the beginning, I enjoyed it. Then I thought, oh God, I'm not meditating. I'm enjoying the song. Enjoying the song is not meditation. Sri Gurudev said, meditation is not imagination, not speculation, not hallucination, not suggestion, but realization. You just think, how is our meditation? Somebody is telling, in meditation, I'm hearing the voice of God. God is telling. Very humble request to you, if at all you are hearing any voice, any instruction, don't pay attention to it. It is distraction, and it is not only distraction. If you paying attention to all these voices and instruction, it might derange you from your normal life. It is not a healthy spiritual life. Be very careful. Pray to God, I don't want to hear this. Divine sound fine. Gurudev told, when I lived in Kodar Ashram, I had a mosquito net. He told me, do you know how high it was? I looked at him, mosquito net. Maybe it will be enough to sit and meditate. This high, this high. He said, no. I said, then how high? He said, I could do Sirsasana, headstand, inside the mosquito net. He had mosquito net so tall because Puri is famous for mosquitoes. I remember when Sri Gurudev told me, he allowed me to be initiated. And he told, next Thursday will be your initiation. You come on Wednesday, but bring a mosquito net. That was his instruction. Bring a mosquito net. So Gurudev is telling his mosquito net was so high. Gurudev is telling once he was meditating, the thought came, I should read Gita. It's nice. Then again Gurudev convinced himself, no. Why to read Gita? Now is to meditate. Once I complete my meditation, then I will study the scriptures. He said, once I complete my meditation, then I will study the scriptures. Meditation first. You will tell, you are talking of Swadhyaya, you are talking of Seva. What about it? Because we cannot meditate so long. Because we cannot sit quietly. Remember, what is meditation? Meditation is to withdraw your mind from everything, even from any thought, to go to the state of no thought, no time, no place. That is what meditation is. And if we really want to go to that state, we have to. Sri Gurudev, as I told you, lived in Puri. And in his early days, in Kodar Ashram, his health was not, he was not keeping good health. Sometimes people, as I told you, he was staying on sick leave. Even some people did not hesitate to tell that Gurudev is sick. But Gurudev's health was not good. It was his digestion. During those days, Puri was famous for two things. One is filariasis, your elephantitis. Your leg will be filaria. And the other is amoebiasis, amoebic dysentery. Gurudev was very careful of mosquito bite, because the other is because of mosquitoes. Gurudev was careful. But what to do? This amoebic dysentery is mostly because of water. No digestion. Gurudev was skinny, and he became skinnier, unable to walk. When the body is not good, you can't meditate. Gurudev always emphasized Shariram adyam khalu dharma sadhanam. First is your body. If the body is not in good condition, you can't practice. First is body. Keep the body. Body, then mind, then meditation. One Gurudev was regularly going to Lord Jagannath's temple. That was the only temple where he went very regularly in his life. Although he had his own personal puja room. I will tell about his personal puja room first. Then we'll go to Lord Jagannath. Gurudev himself was a very, very good sculptor. He, in his own hand, made two deities. One is Mother Kali, it's Ishtadevi. The other is Mother Saraswati. He made in his own. Since I was with Gurudev, I have never seen even a picture of Mother Saraswati, but I had seen the deities, Mother Kali, and during Kali Puja, special worship. And that was also made by Gurudev. When I'm talking of Mother Saraswati, I'll tell you. Every year, 2 days before Saraswati Puja, Gurudev used to bring the same deity. It was made of clay. And he preserved very carefully. And he used to repaint. Gurudev is painting. Mother Saraswati is in his lap. And he's painting. Few people have passed him. He doesn't know. They went to temple of Sri Yukteswar. Then they came back. This group was headed by a very famous monk of India, Pujya Swami Chidananda Saraswati of Divine Life Society. He was visiting Puri. He wanted to come to Kadar Ashram. And he saw Gurudev is so much absorbed in just his painting. A simple question. Anything we are doing, whether you are reading or writing or cooking or even you are holding your mobile telephone, this Maya toy, how long can you concentrate? Sri Yukteswarji once told Gurudev that I have no time to blink my eyes. I have no time to blink my eyes. What to think of this body and to take care of this body. Now Gurudev is going to Lord Jagannath temple. He was inside the temple. He prayed to the Lord. I wanted to stay for a short time. Maybe 6 months I wanted to stay and meditate. But meditate deep. Don't you want me to stay in your presence? This body is sick. He prayed this to the Lord and he came out. And he went to buy some fruit. The fruit vendor is talking to his friend and weighing fruit for Gurudev. He's talking to the friend, you know, if you want good health, do you think that good food or good fruit will give you health? He's talking to his friend. You should see that what is trouble in your body. And there is a very good Ayurvedic doctor. He's sitting in the Dhaka Ayurvedic pharmacy. You go to him, he will just look at your pulse and he will tell what problem you have. And he gave the fruit to Gurudev and Gurudev paid him money, but Gurudev heard his conversation. Then Gurudev believed. Maybe he was talking to me. He means Lord Jagannath. Through this fruit vendor. He went to this Ayurvedic doctor and he saw his pulse. He gave some medicine and Gurudev got cured. One day Gurudev told me, Bapa, I wanted 6 months time. Lord Jagannath gave me 36 years, 1938 to 1974. I prayed for 6 months time. He kept me 36 years in Puri. I'm so fortunate. Why did Gurudev come to West? I told you yesterday, Gurudev had no personal plan. If we look at a little bit modern history of spirituality on this earth, few spiritual masters went to West before Sri Gurudev. Among them, the most prominent and most popular are two. Many went. One is Swami Vivekananda, the other is Paramahansa. These two. And there is a beautiful contrast. The contrast is, in India, hardly you will find anybody who doesn't know Swami Vivekananda. But he's not so much known in West. Only those who are serious reader and those who know a little bit more, they know. Not. The contrast is, Paramahansa Yogananda is so much known in West. He's not so much known as in India. And to tell you about the story between these two, 1893, year 1893 is a historic year. One is the birth of Paramahansa Yogananda, Mukunda. One is Swami Vivekananda in the Parliament of World's Religion. The third is Gandhi. You will tell what about Gandhi? You read his biography, autobiography, you will find what happened in 1893 to him. And these three, they're very closely connected with each other. One young man coming to Swami Vivekananda and asking him, can you be my spiritual guide? He said, no, I am not your spiritual guide. Then he's telling, you will find a yogi. How did I recognize him? How can I recognize? He will offer you a silver cup. Years after years after years after years, 1936, Christmas, Paramahansa Yogananda went back from India buying lots of, he was very fashionable. And to give some gifts, to do this. So he bought a lot of gifts to be given as present during Christmas. And this young man has become already old, you can say. He was there and searching for his guru. And he gave the silver cup to him. This is a Christmas gift to you. You can imagine the link. And we know Gandhi and Kriya Yoga, we know. Gurudev went to West. If you read his life, here I'll take a little bit turn. To read his life, I had a wish to write something about him. It was in 1998, month of August, maybe middle of August. I was in Chicago, Gurudev in Tatandar ashram, the telephone came from Sri Gurudev, and it was for me. And do you know, it is very interesting. Gurudev and the telephone talk. As I told you, within these 22 years of staying with Gurudev, if I sum up my own conversation, the only word I used mostly it is Baba. Baba, Gurudev, Baba, yes, Baba, Baba, yes, Baba. Thousands and thousands and thousands of times. If you take the sentences, except the public lecture is different. In conversation, hardly I spoke with. Sri Gurudev used to make fun of me. He used to tell, do you know, he is miser. Pointing finger, he's sitting here, for example, I'm sitting there. He's miser. He's not talking anything. Do you know why? You look at others. Do you know why? Because his words are very valuable. If I tell you this, if this story, the day he convinced me to come to West, he asked me, tell me yes or no. You'll come to West or not? I didn't say yes or no. I'm sitting like this. Who am I to tell yes or no? What I know about myself. Tell me yes or no. I'm sitting. After a few times asking like this, he said, I was thinking that you are very humble and very devoted. I see you are very stubborn. I didn't react. Do you have spondylitis? You can move your head even. You may not tell yes or no. You can say yes with moving your head or no. You are not moving your head. However, it was 1998 August, middle of August, Gurudev's telephone call. I was in Chicago. He told, Baba, I said, yes. I saw the recent copy of Soul Culture. Soul Culture was a journal which was published during those days. I said, yes, Baba. I read your article. Little quiet. You have written the article on my Gurudev, Swami Satyanandji. Yes, Baba. You have taken my name only 3 times. I kept quiet. He said, that is all right. Because it is about him. But is it not good to write a little more about he and me? I said, yes, Baba. That day the thought really came into me that he wanted something to be written. It was 1998, August. September 6th, the foundation day, the inauguration of the ashram in Tatandar, evening, in his room, Swami Suddhananji was there, few others were there. Few things were decided in that room that evening. One is Prajnana Mission. Many people think Prajnana Mission started by Prajnananda. It is incorrect. Not only Gurudev told this, he also proposed the names of the office bearers. That was in 1998, September 6th. Prajnana Mission is started by Sri Gurudev, not by Prajnananda. Second thing, Gurudev was in joyful state that day. The question was, Baba, yes, Baba. It is the way our conversation. Will I tell something? Yes, Baba. Will not Baba be unhappy? Never. Is it not good to write something on Gurudev? He kept quiet. Is there any need? It is not needed for me. Nowadays, Baba is not traveling. People want to hear about Gurudev, to have something for them to read. He kept a little quiet and then he said, you want it? If you want. I told Baba, there was a small book, and there was a small book printed in 1975, I think. It was a thin book. Paramahansa Swami Hariharananda Giri, the Supreme Kriya Yogi. That was a thin book printed in South America. So I told Baba, there was a small book printed on Gurudev. He said, yes, I know it. To make that book a little thicker. Then he gave the permission. And the result of that permission, The River of Compassion, it was published in 1999 on his birthday. And I will tell, do you know what happened? He told me his program was planned for Vienna. He told, I'm not going, you have to go. I was unhappy to leave him on his birthday. Then I had I agreed. He convinced me. I had little fear. Do you know what fear? The fear is, this book is to come. If Gurudev will hold this book, we'll tell this book is this. A little, little fear was in me. The day I had to leave, luckily the same day, the parcel came from India containing few books printed for the occasion. So it was after lunch to bow to him and to come to the airport. So I went with the books, very careful, bowed to him. I asked him, Baba, yes, Baba. Something, I was a little bit hesitant. I showed this book. The cover was different, not this cover. So he first opened it. Then he looked at the photos. He looked at his father's photos. He looked at his own young age photo. He looked at his family photo. He looked at photo of Swami Sevananda. When he looked at the photo, then he saw like this. Then he tossed the book on his forehead and he told, I'm so happy. The purpose of telling this, once I remember Swami Sudhanandaji told, before even studying about the teachings, one should read the life. If you read many spiritual masters, the books are like life and teachings. Life and teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, life and teachings of Sri Ramana Maharshi, life and teachings of... So life and teachings. First is the life, then is the teaching. If we don't know the life, how can I practice the teaching? That is why I asked you the other day, how many of you have read and you read it or not, I am writing. And I'll be writing. Do not. After Gurudev's Mahasamadhi, before Mahasamadhi, we had a plan. I had a plan, or I had a thought that surely we'll live for 100 years. It was very firm conviction. A yogi and who lived such a disciplined life, everything disciplined. As I told you, he took food as if it is measured like gold. You can weigh salt potato like this, one doesn't measure it. But gold, how carefully his food was like that. Never I have seen, suppose there is little delicious food, I'll eat little more. No. Everything. This time to go to bed, this time. Even during his old age, getting up at that particular time, the alarm clock will be given, but before the alarm clock beeps, he would be in the bathroom. Many times I went and stopped the alarm clock because it is noisy. So punctual. And he was almost healthy. So we had the plan, if when he will be 100 in body, we will have Kanaka Abhishekam to make flowers and coins made of gold to do his Abhisheka when he will be 100 years old. And some sadhus, some great souls, they have survived in modern times. But he left. The first decision we took that whatever writings, teachings, letters, whatever is available, we'll get it printed as soon as possible. And we kept the target that Gurudev's centenary is the target to bring the complete works. When I asked you about the River of the biography, how many of you have read? If I ask you how many of you have seen the complete works, the Ocean of Divine Bliss, I just wanted to show you at least to have a darshan. Gurudev said, darshan is not enough. Somebody came to Gurudev and Gurudev asked, why you have come here? He said, Baba, to have your darshan. He said, darshan is not enough. He looked at him and what does it mean? He said, if you have darshan of Rasgulla, is it enough? Then Gurudev is telling, Sudarshan. Not darshan, Sudarshan. Then what is Sudarshan? Gurudev is telling, put Rasgulla inside and enjoy it. Be one with Rasgulla. Rasgulla and me, there is duality. Rasgulla in the mouth, there is Visishtadvaita. You know, it is duality, but not duality. And it is swallowed completely. Now, where is Rasgulla? Gurudev said, this is Sudarshan. So, this is the darshan of the book, the complete works. You can't imagine such a joyful time to compile, to put together, and hard work of many devoted disciples. And the time is, you know, during the centenary, before the centenary began, we had to complete the Guru Mandir. Can you imagine? I'll conclude this morning discussion. Gurudev transferred the property of Baligai, which was in his personal name, not in the name of any trust or organization. He transferred to this person's name. Do you know why he wanted to do this? One early morning, 1995, maybe December 5th, he called me to his room. We were in the ashram, rented ashram. And Gurudev's way of calling, he calls with the telephone number. He doesn't tell that Bapa or telling my name, please come, nothing. He will tell hello, 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 0761 345 40, like this. One telephone number he will be repeating. So I know his code words. That means you come to me. If Gurudev wants something, he will not tell in public. He will tell in a very symbolic way. So I went to his room. I bowed to him. He looked at me and he said, do you know, Sri Yukteswarji told me. I looked at him, what his guru is telling. He said, he told me that Balighai property, which is in my name, it was in 1995. I should transfer to your name. Yukteswarji told. What do you think? Why should I think? Your guru is telling something. It is your business. It is nothing to me. Why should I tell anything? He said, why you are not telling anything? I didn't say anything. Then he told that this place will be like this. He told. At that time, Balighai was completely different. This will be like this, this will be like this, this will be like this. I didn't say anything. Why you are not telling? Then I opened my mouth. I said, I want Gurudev. That's all. No property, nothing. Gurudev is enough. You should not talk like this. I bowed to him and left the room. 1996, Gurudev and we were with him. The day I left India, the next day he came to Bhubaneswar. I think the next day he came to Jagatpur. His first visit to Jagatpur Ashram. He stayed there. In my absence, he called the sub-registrar and others and he transferred the property from his name to my name. So, Gurudev's Mahasamadhi, his body came. So over telephone, I was talking to Suddhanandji and others where to arrange place for his Bhusamadhi. So it was discussed and decided where there will be open space, not cutting down up too many trees, little bit inside, not towards the front part of the property, the present location. And his body was given to final rest. The next day, Suddhanandji, Brahmanandji, Pragyananda, maybe Arupanandji was there. And while we are sitting near Gurudev's Samadhi place, little mind is heavy. Swami Premananda, the first monastic disciple of Sri Gurudev. And just to tell you, he was initiated as a monk in 1974. The same year, Sri Gurudev left for West in January. So he came to us and asked, Pragyananandji, why did you choose this place? I was a little bit unhappy already because quite a few disciples and some other monks told, why did you keep his body in the forest? It was a little bit, disturbing. Now he's asking. I looked at him, then he said, will you believe me? Looking at him, he said, it was 1975 when this property was procured. Gurudev and me walking in this property, exactly this place, Gurudev with his walking stick, hitting this place and telling that when I leave my body, you will keep my body here. Nobody knew except me. How did you choose this? Let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us think of God and Sri Gurudev. Let us pray to God and Gurudev to bless each one of us to be the worthy children, worthy child of God and Gurus. With humility, with love, with discipline and devotion, with sincerity in practice, and simplicity in life. Let us chant Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Purnamadaha. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Let there be peace, progress, and prosperity everywhere. Om. Amen.